morning, Inspiration 1390 family. It's Sonya Blakey, keeping you moving and motivated in the morning. Whenever she's in the building, I want to be in the building. Lisa Knowles Smith, and of course the Brown Singers, they're not with her today, but Lisa, you're a powerhouse all by yourself.
Oh, man.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good, good. You know Chicago loves you, right?
Oh, listen, I love Chicago.
Yeah, they're like, we love Lisa Knowles Smith. And before anybody else started playing your record, we was playing your record.
I love it.
Yeah, we were early believers.
I love it. I love it. And I appreciate it, too.
Yeah. And I got to say congratulations because I got the news that that you are the first all-female gospel quartet group to reach #1 status on gospel's Billboard and media-based airplay charts.
That is amazing.
Right.
It's amazing. I mean, when you say it like that, just in your voice just sounds, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
you're
honored.
Yeah, it's like you're breaking barriers, you're breaking records. Yeah, I'm quite sure you didn't know where the song was going to go. You were just obedient. But when you heard this news, well, how did it make you feel?
You know, being a part of something that is, or that was created before I was born. Mm-hmm. She's talking about 50 years of legacy. So to make it to this point, I was proud and a little bit overwhelmed. I think if my grandmother and my mom were still here to see it, they would have never fathomed that we as a female quartet would reach the heights and, you know, the places that we've gone and the things and opportunities. I'm just, you know, I'm amazed.
Yeah.
And I'm humbled that God would, you know, think so much of me even in this season and the Brown Singers of you know, triumph and tragedy at the same time.
Yeah.
God is amazing. He knows how to let you know that he has not forgotten about you.
Yeah, amen. He keeps his promises.
Listen, no pun intended. I mean, you know, it just fit. It was just good.
Yeah. And you know, when I think about the quartet genre, it is male driven. I mean, it's
absolutely,
it's male, you know, it's heavy male. The men be doing them quartets now.
Yeah.
Going all the way back from the Mighty Clouds of Joy, Cantus Spiritus, Williams Brothers. It's just
all
the men. All the men.
But
you as a woman, you all as females, like, have you had to struggle in this area of being, you know, in the quartet space? Or like, what has this been like for you?
Oh man, absolutely. It's like you said, it's very male dominated. It's a very male dominated genre. So, you know, it's always felt like you got to prove yourself. You got to prove that you deserve to be here. But one thing, my grandmother, and she was a fireball, baby. I wish if she'd have towed this studio up, all these computers have been on the floor because she'd been, you know, shouting. But she was very adamant about being your authentic self. Authenticity was her thing. Just do you. Just do what God has told you to do and called you to do. And if whatever door is for you, you won't have to kick it down. He'll open it for you. And we are living proof of that. And I'm grateful that we have been able to, I think, garner would be a good word, a level of respect even from the men in this genre who have said, okay, we see y'all.
They had no choice, actually. Okay.
Yeah, I guess, you know, but I'm honored, and a lot of them I've grown up listening to, and so it all comes full circle when Harvey Watkins walks up to you and says, I'm proud of you. Yeah. So it means a lot because he's watched me since I was 9 singing with this group. So, you know, yeah, it's I think we have solidified a space for us that does not see gender. It sees, you know, work, ethic, lifestyle, and I think that's all that matters.
That's good. I'm thinking about the Stellar Awards last year, and people were like pushing for you, like, you got to get Lisa Knowles. She got to be a part of this in some capacity, and they made room for you. Yeah. I mean, at the pre-show, and then you were part of the performance with Pastor Mike Jr.
Yeah.
For people just to call your name to say, we want Lisa. She needs to be a part of this. People, you know, I love it that, you know, when people can speak for you, sometimes you don't have to say nothing.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when that happened?
You know, again, I've tried to be a person that just lives the life I sing about. And I really do believe that when you humble yourself, the word says he will exalt you. And you don't have to do anything. I'll do the exalting. And I'm living proof of that. Because I was just as surprised as everybody else. When I heard the people hollering, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all want me? I be feeling like, you know, what's Brown, David Mann's character? He said, who, me? You know, that's how I feel. Who, me? Right. But I'm again humbled and honored. And I've done this a very very long time.
Yes, you have,
And
yeah.
I don't think I ever get to the place where you feel like you deserve it. But Erica Campbell said something last night that was profound to me. She said, I'll never say I can't believe what God is doing. She'll say he blew my mind. And I think that's the season that I'm in. God is blowing my mind. And I'm just grateful to still be here to do this.
Yeah, and not only have you, you've done your own projects as Lisa Knowles Smith, but I mean, so many people have featured you on their projects.
Ooh.
From I know James Fortune, and you've made appearances with Ricky Dillard. Oh my God, Donna Lawrence, Harvey Watkins. So, when you get that call, they say, Lisa, we need you on this. we need your voice. Like, you're like, me?
Yes. It serves as a reminder that when you're your authentic self, again, God will make space for you. Because every time they call me, I'm like, oh, you want my raspy quartet country girl voice on your record?
Yeah.
But then it's like God is reminding you that when I have something for you to do,
Yeah.
then nobody else can fill that space. It's for you to do. There will never be another Sonya Blakey. Your
Right.
voice and what God has called you to do, nobody can fill that.
Right.
So, I feel the same way. God does all things well.
Yeah.
He does.
Let's talk about the Brown Singers. I mean, a family group, and
Yeah.
you started with them at a very young age.
I did.
And what made you all just come back together for this project?
It was my mother's vision has always been, and even my grandmother, she would say when I was younger, I see y'all on the big stage. I see the big lights and, all of that. So just carrying on the tradition, when we did a revival live in Dallas, it was because my mom wanted us to do another live record. I had said, Sonya, don't tell nobody. I had said I was retiring from quartet. And then my mom was like, we got to do another record. And then God literally blew our mind. So we're talking about 4 generations now, because my daughter is singing 50 years this year for the Brown Singers. Wow. And still the same, the same message and same substance and the same visual that you get to see, the family importance, and all females that are standing here saying, God, he's something.
Yeah, he's somebody.
He's somebody. He's somebody, So yeah, it's just it's an honor. And I had to do this, I think that record, like I said, for my mom, and the record has just blown our mind.
It's blown your mind.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And I know you lost your mom recently. It's amazing that you're still been able to just perform, to minister, and do it at the level that you have. And how have you been encouraged through this journey? Your mom, passed away pretty much at the height of your career. Yeah. But I know she poured so much into you. So.
Absolutely. I can just think back to when my grandmother passed. My mom and my grandmama were best buddies. And, I remember we had a show that weekend. And I said, Mama, if you don't want to go, it's cool. We'll let the people know. Don't worry about it. She was like, no. We going. That's what God called us to do. So I can hear her in my head and see her telling me, go on, go on. And I think the most important thing I want people to see is that when you're a believer, you got to believe the stuff that you sing. You can't just be up there saying stuff to be saying it. And we talk about, when we lose people and we love them, that we understand that we're not crying as if there is no hope. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really live this thing for real. And my heart is broken, but my faith is strong. And I trust God. I know what he's doing. I know that I don't understand what he's doing, but I trust what he's doing. I'm going to say it like that. And I trust God. And I believe that my mom would be if she was here, baby, she was so hood. She'd be like, y'all, I can't believe we made it to number 1. That's what she said. I can't believe it. We made it to number 1. And I've been like, Mama, Right. So I feel her. And believe it or not, everywhere we go, there is a reminder of her. There's a moment where I can see her, or I feel her spirit, and I know that she's there, and I know she's pushing us, and I feel like I want people to see how you grieve properly.
Yeah. Wow.
Because we're hurting. I have moments, reminders everywhere I go. People are giving me stuff, pillows and pictures and T-shirts and blankets. Every city, somebody brings me something, and I have to take a moment and live in that. And then I remember, I'm not doing this for me though. Right. I'm doing this so people can see that you can keep going.
Yeah, you can keep
going.
Yeah, we see that you're a living witness of that. Where do you see quartet music going? I see a lot of young people are catching hold of it. It's not that it lost its way. It's just it's just a lot of young people love it. They get into it. I mean, you quartets can pack out a church now. Let's not misunderstand the real. But where do you see quartet music going?
I see it is, like you said, a genre that has its own culture, so to speak. So I see it, being around for a long time, but I also see the evolution of it. I see young people now understanding what it means to be a professional and sing quartet music, and I see them seeing the Brown singers and seeing the possibilities. And that's important for me because, again, I've been doing it since I was 9, so we're talking about 30-something years. 25, if I'm only 25, so just do the math in your mind, in your heart, It's not going to math, but for as long as I have done it, I hoped that we would get to a place where, that the genre would be respected and represented in a way that we could be proud of. And I think that that's where we're headed.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Any words of inspiration? What are you doing next? What can we expect from Lisa Knowles Smith and the Brown Singers, or just Lisa Knowles Smith? Like, what's happening? What's going on?
More music, more life. More love, more intentionality to be intentional about the message and the vision that God has given us. And, we do a lot of things that don't make the cameras. I have a nonprofit called Gift Growers. It is for underprivileged children where we do music therapy. My mom has a cancer support group that was started, and we're going to keep it going in her honor. She was a 23-year breast cancer survivor, and when she left here, she did not have cancer. And that is something that we want people to know, that God is still a healer. So the work off the stage, to me, is just as important as the work on the stage. I also just did a new partnership with Bishop Community College, where I'll be doing a non-credit course, so to speak, talking about the gospel music industry that's going to start in the fall with Evil World Entertainment. So I'm super excited about that. The work never stops.
Amen.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa Knowles Smith, for
you
being a part of the show this morning. We needed to hear your voice. We needed to hear this power and how you're breaking records, you're breaking barriers, and God is just using you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.